Hi guys, it's Anne here, and today's video is an update on my skincare routine. So I posted a video on May 17th on a new skincare routine that I was trying out. So I'll link that video above and below. So if you do want to go check it out, you can check it out. I went through a bunch of my products specifically because I bought a bunch of Good Molecules products and I wanted to have a bit more of a consistent routine because I'm just not a consistent person when it comes to skincare. So I created these two little lists that I taped up beside my mirror in the bathroom. So I had my little morning list, so you can see all the things that I was planning on doing in the morning, and then a couple of little extra items down at the bottom there. And then this was my PM list, so my nighttime list, which was mostly similar to the daytime, switching up a few products. I think there was two more products in the PM than the AM. So for this video, I want to go through actually pretty much specifically the Good Molecules products and maybe a couple of others. A lot of the products in my skincare routine were products that I've been using for a long time. So for example, the Neutrogena Ultra Gentle Cleanser I've used for a long time. The moisturizers I've used for a long time. So mostly I just want to focus on the Good Molecules products and maybe a couple of others. So as I said, I posted that video on May 17th. Today is July 5th, so it's been exactly 50 days in using the skincare routine. Just on an overall review of the skincare routine, I was actually more worried about the morning and would I have time to do it in the morning compared to the evening. Full honesty, morning was actually no problem. I found with most of my morning products were kind of like hydrating, so I could just layer them up, and I was quick and done, and then I could go do my makeup. And they all sunk in really quickly for the most part. I'll get to one item in a minute. And the evening routine, though, that's where I stumbled and fell. I found that I'm actually really lazy when it comes to the end of the day. I'm usually really tired. I don't know if it also had something to do with I was really, really sick a few weeks ago. I don't know if it was like bronchitis or something. I basically couldn't breathe. It was like a chest infection. Felt terrible. If I walked 2 steps, I was out of breath. And then I had the Fosters with me for a while, so I just found by the end of the day I really did not care about doing skincare. So I would basically at minimum take my makeup off, wash my face, and put a moisturizer on. Maybe put some hyaluronic acid on just to have like an extra layer of moisture. But yeah, I would say probably out of a week, like a 7-day week, probably about 2 to 3 days, I did not do the full skincare routine. So lesson learned there that maybe my nighttime routine needs to be much simpler than what I had attempted to do. So I'm going to talk about these products in no particular order. It's just whatever I pick up, and I'll let you know what my thoughts are on each one. So the first one I want to talk about is the Good Molecules Up Eye Serum. So I actually have been using this since January, and you can see you don't need a lot. You need very, very little product to use this. It feels really nice. I like the way it feels. I don't think, for my under eyes in particular, if you look at my last video that I posted for my nail review, my skin that was like end of the day. I hadn't obviously put any moisturizer on, or I'd gone through my whole day. My skin was feeling pretty parched by then, and you can see my under eyes are like really wrinkly in that video. So I find for a moisturizing factor, this isn't enough. It does definitely, I think, depuff, which ironically for me is maybe not the best thing. I'm one of those odd people that if I wake up in the morning and my under eyes are a little puffy, I kind of like it because I have wrinkly under eyes, so it actually smooths them out a little bit. I don't know if that's a bit weird, but I do like this. It sits really nice under makeup. If you don't need a lot of moisture and you're looking for, like it says, to brighten, firm, and depuff, if you're looking for something to brighten and depuff, I definitely think this does work for those two aspects, but it's definitely very light. So if you have very mature skin, I don't know if you would like this. You may want to pair this with something else if you have mature skin. Probably one of my favorite products in all of the skincare routine was the Good Molecules Super Peptide Serum. So you can see I've used, I don't know, a fair amount of this one. There's my line right about there. I really like this. It has a really nice scent. It's like a citrusy scent, and it, absorbs in really quickly. It feels really nice. It's not like sticky. It's got a nice texture. Out of all the products, I definitely think this is one that I would repurchase for sure. Yeah, I really like this. Now, it says formulated with tripeptides to target fine lines, wrinkles, and dullness. I feel like peptides are one of those things that you're not going to see immediate results. It's not one of those things that you look at your skin and think, oh my God, it's transformed my skin. I think this is like one of those investment type products, like a long-term product. So over time, I think that it will help prevent wrinkles. It'll help, just keep the skin sort of looking overall, a bit brighter, a bit smoother. It's not going to be like a huge transformative thing. It's like a long-term type product, I think. So this one for me was definitely, out of all of them, this one was, I would say, like number one if I were to rank them to at least use and definitely repurchase. I liked this more than the ordinary buffet serum. So if I were ranking products, maybe my least favorite product is the Good Molecules Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. So you can see it looks like I haven't even used it at all. It's right up here. I move it. And it's not that this is a bad product. My skin just freaks out. This is formulated with 10% AHA and BHA. I would use like the tiniest drop and like put it on my fingertips and then pat, 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 pat all over my face. And then my face would immediately sting, which is fine. That doesn't bother me. But then maybe a couple minutes later, my face was like super itchy. Even like what I would try and do is like immediately follow up with an oil to like hopefully not let that happen. And it's still like it was so itchy after. And then like the next day or like 2 days later, my skin would just be like red and flaky and just freaking out. My skin just must be way too sensitive for this product. So, which is a little unfortunate. Although I was on Reddit the other day, and I think in the skincare addiction thread, somebody was talking about strawberry legs. So strawberry legs are like where your legs are pale, but you have like all the little red dots where like the hair follicles are. And I have a little bit of that. Now that I have a bit of a tan and I've been using self-tanner, you don't notice it as much. But I do find that I have like, you can definitely see like the little red marks where the follicles are. And they were talking about, I think it was AHA being really good for that. So I think I might try this on my legs and see if it helps smooth out some of the weirdness on my legs with like the hair follicles. And I mean, I have a lot of like weird scars and things like that. So maybe this will help like exfoliate, and it might help too with self-tanning. It might help exfoliate my legs a little bit better, so self-tan will go on nicer. So we'll see. I'm going to give that a try because I was pretty upset. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to use this product, not waste it. And I've been trying to use, like I've been using it maybe about once a week, and like my skin just still is not adjusting to it very well. So that's unfortunate. The next product I want to talk about is the Hyaluronic Acid Serum. So I really like this product as well. So you can see I'm right about there on using it. And this is the product that I would definitely use if, I wasn't going to use anything else. I would definitely throw this on. I do like the texture. I like the way it feels. It sinks in really nicely. This is, in my mind, 100% comparable to the ordinary hyaluronic acid, like the straight up hyaluronic acid one. If I can find it, I'll link it below because that's the one I've purchased before. And for me though, I would purchase the ordinary one only for accessibility reason. I have an ordinary store, like, I don't know, maybe a 10-minute walk from where I live. For me, the ordinary products are actually really easy for me to get. I know that's not the case for everybody though. So if you're like, the ordinary is not easy for me to get, but this is, then I would get this. The other difference too is this ends up being more expensive than the ordinary products because this was in US dollars and it gets converted to Canadian and then there's shipping. So this would end up being more expensive than if I just like walk to the ordinary store. What do they call the store? It's not called the ordinary. I forget what the store is actually called. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, for sure I liked this, but if I have a choice, I'd pick the ordinary just because it's easier and cheaper for me to get. And the Good Molecules Nicinamide Serum, again, this is pretty much in the same ballpark as the hyaluronic acid. So you can see, again, I've used a fair amount of this one. Pretty much the exact same case. I like this product. It feels nice. It goes on nicely. I do find it does help with texture as long as I consistently use it. However, for me, the Ordinary is easier to get. It's cheaper. So I would purchase the Ordinary one, but to me, they were equivalent. So if this is easier for you to get, or if you're doing a purchase like on Beautylish, or if you're looking at like buying, like I liked the idea of buying that set. Again, even though it was a bit pricey for Canadians, but if you're in the US or somewhere international and it's not a big deal compared to the Ordinary, then I liked this. Yeah, it was definitely a really nice product. And just a quick update on the 2 oils. So there's 2 oils that came in that kit that I bought. This one is the squalane oil, and this is the ultra hydrating facial oil. So both of them are kind of around the same mark. So after 50 days, I'm somewhere up there. And the reason why there's very little usage on these is A, I use them very lightly because it's summertime. It's real hot here right now, which has only been like literally in the last week. But I find that the oils, even the squalane oil, was a bit too heavy for me. So I've just sort of eased up on using the oils. So the squalane oil I've maybe used very, very little in the morning, if any at all. And I find what I was doing with the ultra hydrating oil is if I used the exfoliating treatment, I used it. If not, I was just using a regular moisturizer. So for example, I'm trying to finish up this little guy from Fab Beauty. It's the coconut water cream. It's almost done. So I was using this in the evening instead of the oil, and I finished up two other little samples of skincare, of moisturizers as well, instead of using the oil. I feel like those oils, though, I'm going to love them in the winter. I know I will, particularly the ultra hydrating facial. Why I keep blanking on that one. The ultra hydrating facial oil. I know I'm gonna love that in the winter, particularly around my nose, because I blow my nose all the time and it gets really flaky. And I feel like that product is gonna help, and that hopefully won't happen in the winter time. So that's it. That's my review of the Good Molecules skincare and my 50-day skincare routine. I'll be honest, I am going to continue using these products, but I want to start using some other products. I've purchased a couple of products, and I've got some products that I got in like Top Box and those kinds of things that I really want to try out. So I'm going to be mixing up my skincare routine anyway. So I wanted to do this video now, even though I still will continue to use all of these products. I don't think the routine for me was like a holy grail routine. Number 1 product out of all of it was the Super Peptide Serum. My least favorite, and again, this was a really personal thing, was the overnight exfoliating treatment. It's just too harsh for my skin, I think. I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below, and I would love it if you subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.